A story dropped yesterday night that Arsenal is obviously trying to prepare a bid of 76 million pounds worth, I think it's 76 is like 90 million euros to the side of Napoli to obviously see to it that obviously get in Victor Osimhen. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. I'm gonna really let you know what this means, because even the president of Napoli has gone ahead and obviously made the president of PSG, and we are going to relate to what Victor Osimhen has going to be saying in there for you. Another source coming in from Napoli in the vicinity where this guy Victor Osimhen plays in for. Welcome to the Football News Show. Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We thank God for the gift of life. 300 likes on this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, we are into what we call the transfer fever. In 4 days from now, the transfer window is gonna be officially open. Hear me out. In 4 days from now, the transfer window is gonna be officially open, and we are gonna see these clubs officially announcing deals of players that are already gonna hit to sign, and players will obviously start to really move on and really find where to play. But Victor Osimhen is really growing and taking interest in the news on his transfer to Arsenal. That is it. And I don't know whether it's really concrete or not, but my job is to bring in news and give you the reactions, and then later we'll see how things are really going to be moving on. Now, this is a source coming in from Italy. It's known as tuteuve.com. They've told us that Arsenal are reportedly preparing, hear the word reportedly, preparing a 76 million pound bid for Victor Osimhen. Have you heard that? It's reportedly. And you can say reportedly, allegedly, until when it's official. Arsenal are preparing their opening bid for Victor Osimhen. Now, I've gone ahead to look into this story, and this is what I've gone ahead to do, to know that Arsenal are really having what we call concrete interest in Victor Osimhen. That is it. They have what we call concrete interest in Victor Osimhen, and by so doing, Arsenal wouldn't like to obviously miss out on a striker like this, you know? And one will ask me, Rokani, what of Benjamin Sesko? This is where I get to know that Arsenal is trying to apply pressure onto Benjamin Sesko in a different way altogether, because when the stories obviously hit the media, you obviously get to know that Benjamin Sesko will be like, I want to obviously join Arsenal. And if I really wants to join Arsenal, he will really find himself in a position of obviously giving Arsenal a positive answer that they obviously want. You understand? And when Arsenal is doing this, they are not really looking for something else apart from really testing Benjamin Sesko's interest to see to it that he obviously commits to the side of Arsenal, you know? And Arsenal look like they cannot wait any further, and they are like making a center forward their priority signing this season, and they are putting and piling pressure onto Benjamin Sesko to obviously make a decision. We all know that Benjamin Sesko is ahead, you know, in interest to join. Arsenal are really interested in Benjamin Sesko. He's their priority target for now. But if Benjamin Sesko is willing to make a decision, then Arsenal will be like, we put a project onto your table, and we are waiting for you to give us green light to obviously submit our bid for you at the side of Napoli. At the side of RB Leipzig. But he's really delaying the game, and Arsenal like, we are not going to wait for Karama Jones to develop, and what you're going to do is simple. Let's obviously try to put them in a panic mode and show them that we are going to be moving on. And guys, this week, you're going to see Arsenal being linked to very many strikers. Why? Because the PR team of Arsenal has to obviously put Benjamin Sesko on pressure to obviously come up with a better decision on where he's going to be playing, next season. Because for Arsenal, they want to obviously know whether he's willing to come in through or not, and Arsenal is held in dilemma, and they don't want such. So we wait and see how that pans out, but it's really a huge story that has got to obviously get us going into this pure level. Now, Sky Italia reporter known as Francesco Modugono has told us that today Victor Osimhen has 130 million euros release clause. That is 113 million pounds clause that no club seems to be getting close. The dynamics change, but not the club strategy. The Nigerian forward must fund almost the whole of Napoli summer business. PSG remains a possibility, Arsenal too, but not at certain figures. Saudi Arabia seems like a life choice for Osimhen. With that money, Napoli must finance a new centre forward, and Romelu Lukaku's profile is a guarantee for the manager. Now, Napoli want 113 million pounds. The reported bid that Arsenal is planning to obviously put in through is 76 million pounds, meaning that 76, that means Arsenal is less by 30. Arsenal is less by 37 million pounds to obviously meet the realistic evaluation of Napoli. But Napoli also note it that Victor Osimhen has not been that striker that you're going to spend that amount of money on him. You get? And that's why they also know it's going to be hard for them to get that amount of money. And we've been told by this Sky reporter that if this man is to move, then something has to be done. And what's that? He has to obviously come out and really put in a huge he has to come out and obviously put in a huge reduction on that amount of money, meaning that if Arsenal is wearing a bid of 76, I think they can extend to like 80 or 85, maybe even 90, you understand? But they're not willing to obviously go north of 113 million pounds, something that Napoli are really looking in for. And guess what? This story is really going to be in here for as long as we are really having this guy still on the market of Napoli. And Napoli want to really sell him, and they've told you that the plan is the amount of money that they should get from Osimhen should finance the incomings, meaning that Napoli want to get this deal done and dusted very, very soon, such that they get done with their business and they're looking at Romelu Lukaku as a replacement of Victor Osimhen. A story of another day that they'll be coming in here to discuss further and further and further. Now, after that, Tom Cavilla has come out and obviously told us that Napoli president Ulerio De Laurentiis has flown to France for a meeting with PSG president Nasser Al-Khalifi in an attempt to convince him to stamp up the 120 million euro forward to join PSG. Now, the president is flying to able teams that he believes can really meet the 120 to 130 million euros. Why is he flying to the side of sorry about that. Why is he flying to the side of Napoli? Sorry, why is he flying to the side of PSG? Because PSG have the money. Having gone ahead to obviously get rid of this guy called Kylian Mbappe, they can now spend in excess of 300 million euros. And we look at PSG and the team, all the strikers they're having are really very bad, and they cannot obviously meet the realistic expectations of the manager, Luis Enrique. And this guy might be the key to unlock them, you know. All of those two, Kolo Muani and Ramos, have gone ahead to obviously fail to really impress the manager, and that's why they've been really playing, and Kylian Mbappe was always made to be really leading the line, with the likes of Bacola and others who have gone ahead to put in a very huge shift. And remember, Napoli have been having their interest in this guy, because even last summer they made a bid of close to 80 to 90 million euros, but Napoli were like, we are not selling Victor Osimhen, right? And he renewed his contract, and now here he comes, and they're really looking to sign him. So he's trying to go to able teams, and he knows the only able team in Europe is PSG, because they have huge monies to spend. And with the youngsters they've gone ahead to bring in last season, I think they're not going to really be involved a lot into this transfer window. And if Victor Osimhen is available, then he might really want to really get the deal done. And the moment he sits with the guy, then he will obviously make it happen. And trust me, Napoli is having players they can obviously put on as a make weight. Like they can say, we can get you 90 million euros that you're gonna get, that we bidded last year and you guys rejected, and we have players in here for you. There is Goncalo Ramos, we can give you Goncalo Ramos, you get us Victor Osimhen, and we get you some money on top of that. You know, I think they can accept the deal, you know. And they're having very many other players, Augate, Sola, you know, they're having close to 4 or 5 players that they want to get rid of. And we don't know whether Antonio Conte really admires any of those that are going to be put on the market. Even this other guy that played for Lyon, was Lille, then PSG signed him, and he was loaned to AS Roma. He's a Portugal guy, you know. He made his debut. Sorry, he came to the world stage in 2016 when Portugal won the Euros. Bayern Munich bought him. Forgotten the guy's name. Even Arsenal was so much linked to him. So we wait and see how that pans out. But we really anticipated that a lot is going to be put onto the table, and the decision is going to be made as up. Now, let's obviously look through what this guy had to say when he was talking to the CBS Sport about his future. And he said this last year in 2023. He said, "The rumors are going round about me being linked with the Premier League. Of course, when you are one of the hottest strikers in the globe, you expect this type of thing. The Premier League is one of the biggest and best leagues in the world. I'm at Napoli. I signed a new contract. I'm enjoying my time there, going through it with the team. At the end of the season, I've already made up my mind. I already know what I want to do with my career. I have my plan already for the next step I want to take now. For now, I just want to finish the season strong and go relax somewhere with my daughter, think about my life, and finally come out with a decision I've already made." Meaning that the moment went ahead, obviously put in what we call a buyout clause, right? It was a decision made that if it's supposed to be triggered this summer, then he is going to really leave the side of Napoli. And that's what he said as we are going into the African Cup of Nations 2023. And he said it as we are going into the when was it? Resting? I think we're going into 2024. That's when he said it. And he said he had already gone ahead to make a decision. I think the decision he made was like, he's not going to be a Napoli player in the season of 2024-2025. And teams should obviously come up and show their intent to obviously put this to where it deserves to be. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about this Victor Osimhen 76 million bid incoming. Allegedly, Arsenal is really going to be putting it onto the table. So we sign out for now. See you later, but continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers, and let's take this to where it deserves to be in here. We love you, and we are trying to obviously do the needful. You know, Uganda is playing Algeria today. The game of football is at Napoli, and I'm going to really be posting something on the timeline concerning that. So guys, we sign out. See you later, and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum.